Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AusGamers. You're here with Stephen Farrelly, and I'm here with Shawn Robertson, who is the lead artist on BioShock Infinite. We just saw the game. I was breathless. I had to sit down for a little while, and then I came and found Shawn, and just going to grill him now a little bit about the art. Let's start there. Let's start where your expertise lie. Where did all of that inspiration come from? Because, I mean, that was just insane.
Yeah. It came from the Twisted Minds back at Irrational. I mean, when we decided that we were going to work on another BioShock game, really felt like we'd said all we needed to say about Rapture, and we wanted to think about a new place that we could tell our story. And once we got into City in the Sky and Turn of the Century and American idealism, it really started taking on a life of its own. I mean, it's everybody kind of just came together, and it's like everybody in our team's just been amazing at putting this thing together.
How big is the art team?
Oh, jeez. Put me on the spot. About 22 people, 23 people, and that's including animators, effects artists, technical artists. So,
was it always the goal to basically have, I mean, the original BioShock had some really cool like corridor bits, but this is just so open, and the vistas are just incredible. Like every corner in that demo, there was something to look at. I couldn't write any notes because I couldn't take my eye off the screen.
Thank you. I mean, for sure, Columbia has definitely got to be a character in the game, and we really want to have the player to have a sense of space. We really want them to feel like there's more to explore. There's always something new around that next corner, and what is the story that this environment's telling me and this city is telling me. So we definitely like to layer on the details and make sure that the player always feels somewhat like an archaeologist, like they're discovering new things as they explore the city. And making it a character is definitely one of our highest goals.
In terms of the BioShock universe, yesterday at the Sony press event, Ken mentioned that there was another project on the side, and I know you guys probably can't talk about that, but he sort of used the word the BioShock universe. How expansive is that for you guys? Like, was it BioShock was there, and then you sort of went, you know what, there's so much more we could do with this kind of alternate reality that we've created?
Right now we're concentrating on finishing BioShock Infinite. I don't want to get too deep into, universe, like the BioShock universe or franchise as a whole. I mean, right now our team is pretty much committed to finishing BioShock Infinite, and you can see, from the demo that it's going to be a huge task. So I don't want to get too much into what's coming down the pipe.
Okay. And in terms of, I guess, just inspiration, because obviously you're going for like a twisted old theme. Where did you guys go to get sort of that, I guess, that style?
I mean, one of the first things you go to is the source, right? I mean, we had read a lot of books on the time period. Devil in the White City by Eric Larson kind of got us excited about the Chicago World Fair of 1893. So we started looking at Chicago World Fair of 1893, White City, American idealism, William McKinley, getting around and up to 1900, 1912. And looking at the optimism that Americans had at that time with all this new technology coming on, and that really kind of gets our creative juices flowing, and we start riffing on things like that. I mean, we're always asked about if certain art styles or movements affect us, and really for us, like we like to go back to the source and look at actual photographs or things of the time, and that kind of gets us enough to where we need to go that we can start riffing on it.
Now, in the demo, there was so much going on, especially during the skirmish with the Vox. How much of that are you in control of? Because it seemed like I couldn't tell whether the game was having any scripted moments or if that was completely...
The Skyline battle is completely open to the player. I mean, that's the demo we're having lots of practice and making sure, he's hitting the right things at the right time for that particular playthrough. But if he missed a jump or if he did something else, the game would continue, and we'd have a different playthrough.
And I noticed that there's a fair bit of dynamic conversation going on between the two main characters. Was that like troublesome to deal with, having such an expansive world and having such expansive combat?
Certainly not. I wouldn't call it troublesome, but it's definitely something that we take a lot of pride in. And we're going to put that under a very big microscope and make sure that it works, and the characters really feel like they're talking to each other and that they're in the same space. I mean, as far as the narrative goes, Irrational is very proud about what we've accomplished narratively with our games, and we want to continue that tradition.
Now, the game was running on PS3 in there?
I think it was running on PC.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In terms of PC, Are we going to get more out of that from you guys? Like, is it going to be sort of the better platform?
No platform's going to be the better platform. I mean, we certainly, like, if you look at what we did with BioShock 1 when we released on Xbox and PC, we had different designers working on different elements for PC versus Xbox, treating it like working to the strengths of each console. So we're going to be releasing on PS3, Xbox, and PC in 2012. So we'll have different people thinking about the different strengths and weaknesses or the strengths of each console.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll leave it there, Shawn. But thanks so much. The game looks fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
Cheers, mate.